Coronavirus has shut everything down. I'm also a musician, and so a lot of musicians are out of work. I thankfully work from home because of the job that I do, my day job. But there's a lot of people that that are being affected that are out of a job. Bars are out of the job for right now. Some people in here in Florida got fired from their job because of the coronavirus after they came in and cleaned. There was an article about Chili's at the Orlando International Airport. People came in clean, and then they were laid off they were laid off right after that. A lot of the restaurants, their dining is closed. Some are able to do takeout. It does affect their business. Not much, but it does affect their business in a big way because people weren't able to go out and socialize, with each other. So, one such restaurant I go to every week, I can't go in, and enjoy, my usual breakfast every week and, until this whole thing happens or this blows over. But I mean, it's, and there's a curfew. So that's really affected a lot of people in a bad way. But it's also been overhyped as well. I understand what the coronavirus is. I also understand it as just basically, it's not basically a flu-like virus. I've had pneumonia. I've had a lot of sickness. I've had bronchitis several times. So I've pretty much, I don't put the coronavirus on the same level as pneumonia. That's just my opinion. I understand it's killed people, but I don't put on the same levels like pneumonia. People hoard the stores. They're buying everything up, mostly eggs and toilet paper, paper towels, things like that. So you have to get really lucky. Like yesterday, I went to Walmart here where I live and went in the morning because somebody else, like on my Facebook page, said, "Hey, I go really early in the morning, and and they'll have some." So that's what I did. I went before I started my work day and got some stuff that I needed.
Oh, definitely. Now I think I'm probably more patient, with customer service delays because I understand right now that things are chaotic, and I'm not going to get the service that I got, pre-corona. Things are just crazy right now.
I believe the people that run this country are the ones who are which way it's gonna be affected. They're gonna make the decisions, and people in this world are followers. They're not leaders. 90% of them are followers. So whatever they say, Clinton says, whatever, they're gonna follow like puppy dogs following their mothers. Okay. I don't believe in all of it. I think it's being overrated, to be honest with you, and I think it's going to hurt a lot of people. If you ask me what they're doing right now, yes, sir, I think it's going to hurt a lot of people, but I think they're overreacting on it.
Well, it's been very interesting that we went grocery shopping very quickly to get some items. I was stunned at Walmart, went to Walmart, and some shelves, particularly in the grocery section, were half bare or mostly bare. Connie loves to break bread. One of her children has a allergy. And so we went to get, I think it was gluten-free bread, but there was virtually no flour in the Walmart grocery store. We went across the street to Aldi's, and fortunately Aldi's had a whole pallet and it was half gone of flour. So there is obviously panic buying now. We've discovered a grocery store that deals in near bad goods, just near the expiration date. And if you went down to our pantry, our larder in the basement, you would find there's at least a month of food down there, and we have 2 freezers. So we're in very, very good shape. We buy bargain food a great deal, and we're very well supplied, and we aren't concerned in the slightest.
As a consumer, I would say the way Corona has impacted us is honestly there's like a little bit of hesitation to spend a lot of money because I mean, my husband got a kind of like pre-sign up for unemployment if his business shuts down completely. So it's kind of like there's a lot of uncertainty. So I don't, I guess I feel a little more hesitant to spend. And I also, as a consumer, feel more inclined to kind of make sure I have the necessities that everybody's trying to get stockpiled right now, just to make sure that, you know, we have a family of 6 and that we have everything that we need to continue to live healthy during this time.
I think we'll come back. I think once this all levels out, and just like with any virus, once we get through the rough part of it, I think consumers will go right back, where we were. I don't think it'll change anything at all. I mean, it won't me. So, once I know I can get out and we're safe again, I'll go right back to purchasing, like I did before.
I'm very concerned that our president right now, that's why I was up to 2 a.m., is more concerned about his reelection chances. And he wants to end the stay in place. He's saying next week that right now, to stop the virus, we have to, they're using the phrase, level the curve.
I think, unfortunately, that human nature is to be either hesitant or, I don't want to say not trusting, but of course, there's always that caution that, and this, again, this has to do with the media. This has to do with the politics. There's so much information out there that today will conflict what comes out tomorrow. Trump 30 days ago said this is no big deal. It's going to blow over. The heat of the summer is going to kill it. I used to be, I'm not going to say Trump fan, but I loved what he did for the economy. What he did with this virus, 30 days ago, there was a clear indication, he knew, and the way that he played it off just never took control. So there's going to be a lot of mistrust from the American people to the government. There's other countries that just because of their infrastructure can't handle this. This is a black swan, as they call it. It's a unique event. So how can we change as people? I'm hoping that, unfortunately, even though we have to social distance, I'm hoping that this will eventually actually bring people back together to the point where it's great that we could do this meeting over the computer, but as well as I do, when we were 2025, this would have happened face to face. Convenience, yes. Of course, if we're in different states, different countries, yes, this is great. I've had people 3 buildings away from my building in Garden City say, "Hey, you want to do a web chat?" I said I could walk to your building in 5 minutes. Everybody wants to be, talking. Everybody wants to be connected, but not in person. And more importantly, now with the computer and all this other stuff, everybody is connected, but with anonymity. So people are getting to voice some of the darkest, deepest, all this stuff that shouldn't be voiced. How are we going to come out of this? That's your guess is as good as mine, because there's going to be a group of people like yourself and myself who realize that, okay, this stinks, but we're going to go on. We're going to do well. There's another group of people that, the end of the world. This is the end of the world. This is the end of the world, and it's always the end of the world. And I really think it's going to have to be a matter of, we're going to have to come together as a world. Not as a country, not as a religion, but as a world.
Probably soon, because once people realize what the overhype is, what the hype is, it'll blow over. This still doesn't mean that the curfew and all this stuff being shut down for 30 days. Still doesn't mean that that's going to be lifted, but it'll blow over. It's like it's happened. Every election is something like this has happened. You got to look at the history. What happened? Swine flu. Stuff like that. You got to look at the history.